Have you had a chance to vote against the amendment yet?
You should be hardcore too, and go upstairs and vote at some point in the next 2 weeks.
Amendment 1 is shitty.
It's blatantly discriminatory. It's codifying discrimination into our state's constitution.
I'm against Amendment 1 because it enshrines hate in the Constitution for something that's already illegal.
My name's Rachel. I'm a student at UNC-Chapel Hill, sophomore, studying psychology and biology, and I wrote Amendment 1, the musical.
What's this I see? Signs of progress and liberty, of marriage equality, not in NC.
We pretty much copied Prop 8 the musical, or I pretty much copied Prop 8 the musical from California. And I think it's a great way to get the word out, just because, you know, we could have said everything that's in the musical on like a fact sheet, but people are much more likely to watch a mini musical than read a fact sheet or something like that. So I just think providing the information in an entertaining medium is a great way to get the word out. It's just going to reach more people.
Marriage between one man and one woman shall be the only domestic legal union valid or recognized in this state. You can't vote on our rights.
So at first glance it looks like the amendment is saying that marriage can only be between a man and a woman, but it's actually broader than that. It's the broadest class of marriage amendment that any state has in the US, and it's basically saying that the only relationship that the state's going to recognize is marriage between a man and a woman. So that also endangers the legal protections of all unmarried couples, same-sex and opposite sex.
Don't take offense, for to vote, you see, is the way our founding fathers intended it to be.
Is it really now?
George Washington!
Howdy doody, gang!
My name is Ben Elling. I'm a sophomore here at UNC-Chapel Hill. I'm a political science, dramatic arts double major with a minor in sexuality studies.
We say no to hate today! By early voting, no against Amendment 1. You should go vote.
Well.
As a political science major, they're always telling you to be active, be involved, to care, because often apathy is tyranny over the minority. So I wanted to care, and I, like Rachel, I decided that I didn't want to be the type of person who was going to sit on the sidelines.
I was working on the t-shirt initiative that's been going on, so there are almost 900 now of these bright yellow visible shirts that students have on campus, and we've gotten them through different means. I raised a lot of money to help subsidize the cost of the shirts, over $2,500 actually to help out with that, which is really cool that people were willing to donate that much. And students are just wearing them at the same time and educating en masse. Almost 900 people is almost a 16th of the undergraduate population, so it's a lot of people who we know are going to vote against and who can tell all of their friends to vote against and tell them what's going on.
Because heartbreak doesn't discriminate by gender or sex, and I think it's that last part that's left me, well, a little bit vexed that our society can spew out words based on stereotypes and filled with hatred, because I think sexuality is something that's faded in the writings of our genomes and in the spaces between ourselves, because loving someone else shouldn't send anyone else to hell.
Unlike all the rest of our southern neighbors, we have refrained from placing a discriminatory amendment into our Constitution. And I know every single one of you who've lived here in this state know that pride. And for those of you who are like me, who are part of the LGBT community, the feeling of belonging, the feeling of knowing that I am accepted in this community that I love so much is worth its weight in gold.
I voted against Amendment 1 because I believe that human decency requires that I give sympathy to my friends and to those I don't know and those.
I don't want to live in a hate state, and I don't think there's any reason to vote for it, even if you do have a problem with gay marriage, because it harms so many North Carolina families.
Are overreaching, and that will have a lot of harms to a lot of people.
It's just an amendment of discrimination. It's not even just a political issue, a religious issue. It's an issue of human rights, and we can't have issues like that where people are with inequality when everyone should be equal under the state.